Sanitize, Dave.
Hey bwana. Sawa. Sawa kabisa. Mwaka mingi jo napangaje bana? That's a nice smell though.
Nice. Wakitupea ndo tutaiweka kwa screen. You can take off these masks.
Smoky.
Well guys, it's another episode of Sapat Diary, live with friends. Today I'm privileged na niko honored co-host Eklektiks.
Ndio sisi hao.
Maze. So these guys, I've known them for a long time, over 20 years I think. And we met at Mr. Lenny's house. They were coming to inquire where they could record like their first song and go into the music business. And we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
So guys,
hey,
vipi bana?
Tuko fiti bwana.
Maze, it's been crazy, Maze. Harsh times we are going through, Maze.
Crazy.
How you guys doing, you know?
It's tough. All I can say is tough. But what can we do, man? We shall overcome eventually. But for now, we can only just hope for the best.
First and foremost, I'd like to ask you guys, wako hapa juu ya muziki. When is the first time you actually recorded your first song? And when did you both of you get into music?
Where answer?
Basically, this journey started early 2000. Around 2000. Those days we were still in high school. And basically that's when the Kenyan music scene had started picking up. And that's when we met. We were friends, we were neighbors hapo mtaa. And we decided we had interest, each individually. I was interested in the business. Petera was interested in the business. The others also were interested in the business. But now we decided, because of resources, why don't we come together and form one group?
Yeah.
And that's how it started. A group of 5.
Mulikuwa 5 members kwa
Mulikuwa
watano.
Okay. It was me, Dave, Kachwan, the late Kachwan, may he rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kachwan.
There was Billy Maestro, and there was Sami. Sami is a friend of ours who lived in Greeny.
Okay.
Sami. And then
Kevo
is now in China, I think. He's in China.
Oh yeah, those are 6. We are 6.
Hey. Imagine I've known these guys for so long, but I never knew actually there were 6 members in the beginning. Okay. Okay, so how did it end up that you went into recording just 3 artists?
I think even before we went to record, we started participating in some variety shows and some.
Okay.
What do you call it?
The Chagula
TVs. They used to have
those auditions.
They wanted to sponsor like the hottest artists at the moment who are still in high school, so at least they can nurture them
to introduce them into the industry.
Okay.
So we used to go for those gigs. We go to perform at Jammu High School. We go to Kani, Splash. Was it called this in Jogo Aquinas?
The high schools, Aquinas, Jammu.
We go there and contest with guys there. We obviously are not number 1, but we are number 2 there, number 3 there. So along the way, going to all these shows, we met Akina Sami and Kevo. That's when you decided, hey, but since we all have the same interests, see, we do something. See,
together.
We set up a karaoke group,
mambo ikue
stronger,
yes.
Okay.
So that's how it started. So after performing all those gigs, so we decided on Dave and everyone else, why don't we just look for a studio and we see where we're going to record. So at that time we used to go to town. There was a studio in town.
EWD.
At Sonolax
Plaza.
EWD where kina Nick Styles, kina Sam,
Jimmy,
all those guys.
Okay.
So since we were looking for a quality producer, so we went there. Not that he's a world producer partner, but we are just starting off.
But though we were introduced to EWD by Mr. Lenny.
Mr. Lenny. Actually, I met Lenny for the first time at EWD.
Okay.
When Githurai was Wakamoto up.
Okay.
So we was just chilling, and then this guy walked in with like a very nice, beautiful shirt. It was very colorful.
Okay.
Ilikuwa inka zile bicho ya zile. Umeona Mr. Lenny. Buda, fiti, nyinyi kina nani this? Sina somta, lakini sini wasanii tuko interested, so not after studio. Sina studio hapa. Niambia lakini jo tunaona hapa kuna wase wengi hivi, you know, like those studios that you need privacy but you can't record. And you want to record but the studio is full of guys.
But also getting sessions was hard.
It was very hard
because you don't have money.
Mr. Googs was always recording. Kina Vinny Banton there, Kina Red Sun, Mr. Lenny also, and this other guy.
And now you're competing. You know the studio is a business, So you're competing with guys who are coming to pay for sessions. Na nyinyi hamna pesa. So mnaomba. So ni kuotea unajua.
Fresh from high school.
Just passing by to just check if the studio today is free, ndio mweze kurecord, but always busy and all that.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we never recorded in that studio. But we were always going there just to, but we never recorded. But again, we started, you remember the bedroom,
Which bedroom?
Donifes 5, 40 loops.
Can I do?
This guy had a computer in the house and he had the Fruity Loops app.
Which year was this by the
2003.
Okay, 2003.
So we used to go there, try to make beats here and there, but
but lazima ianze somewhere.
You are not producers. So we bumped to Nani again, Lenny. It was during New Year's or something. So he asked us, how is the progress? Muli record mwambia manze, the studio is busy manze, they don't have time for us, you know. Niko na best fulani where we started, it was Scratch Records. Mnejua mwambia tujajua. Mwambia naweza hook up by the way, mwenda mjaribu Roboko coast to coast and see what happens.
But you remember on that day before we went to Scratch, tulipitia kwa Kiama. Kiama had a studio in Isili.
I know that place.
Isili, by the way, Isili.
And I remember we went all of us together. And then we passed by Kiama's studio. We were doing some stuff there.
I've even forgotten.
Yeah, we were doing some stuff there.
So there's a producer called Kiama.
Yes.
Okay, in Isili.
In Isili. He was a good friend of Lenny. We used to sing together. Yeah.
Tumaini.
Oh yeah, I remember that group Tumaini. Yeah, okay.
So from on that the same day, I think that's when we went now to
We walked to Calif, Scratch Records.
And then we were introduced there.
We met Kroba, coast to coast.
California Estate is where also Calif Records.
Yes.
By the time you guys were going to Scratch, Calif ilikuwa imeformiwa?
Yes. Kinanonini and Joakali had already busted out actually.
Okay.
And actually Calif came from Scratch.
Okay.
Kroba and Clemo they had set up, but now they decided to go the separate ways. That's when Clemo went and formed Scratch. I mean, Calif Records.
That's when Joakali had started that song.
Ruka.
Okay.
And Nonini had released...
So Lenny took you to Scratch?
Yes. And Nonini had released this song called Nini.
Okay.
Before even he released the Manzi wa Nairobi.
Those days.
So you used to see them those days in Calif. Nyindo Nonini, Nyindo.
Hao walikuwa wanakaa pale Ngazini.
Ngazini
tuko pale juu kwa rooftop.
Nice. Tuko tuna exchange tunaangalia tu. Hata you used to bump into each other during those insiders gigs.
Na pia tukaenda kula chipo msoro.
So how was the reception at Scratch?
The reception was marvelous. We were welcomed. Yeah,
okay.
By Roban, his brother, and some of his artists there called Wachafuaji. Actually, also Osman.
Osman
also, we met him there.
Okay.
And this other guy, there's this other lady.
Time has flown.
Time has flown.
But anyway, the reception was also good because we were introduced by Lenny. He was a good friend to Kinaroba. So, by virtue of just him taking us there,
meant
Roba took us seriously. And that's how the relationship began.
And how did you record immediately?
No.
Okay.
We just booked for another day, so at least you can hear our ideas.
But basically, because we went there and we found that they were also kind of starting afresh, and they were now working on a team to record. So we used to have meetings I think it was every Sunday. We used to go and meet
every Sunday,
and see how can we record, which artist will be released first, Gandhi, Nini. So we did a project. It was a project. So we started recording. One by one. We want to record this track. How do you feel it? No. We try another one. So it was a lot of recording here and there.
So what was your first song officially to release to the public?
Our first official song released to the public was Tuko Fresh.
Yeah, so guys, let's check out Tuko Fresh. That was a jam, man.
This is like close to 19 years ago.
Tuko freshi, na kama mko freshi, everyone sing along, say ooh ooh ah ooh ah. Tuko freshi, na tuko freshi, tukispeed my rhymes, tuko freshi, na kama mko freshi, everyone sing along, say ooh ooh ah ooh ah. Ni saa tu update na niko na plans za kuenda club. Wapi? Kengele ndio the venue. Without wasting time nikashawa nikangara nika step ndani ya club na maboys looking so fine. Club imeshona mamanzi wako sawa. Wakishake mabuti buti wakiflow na ngoma. Kisha basi nikasema yes ni kupoa. Tutakula happy mpaka tutachoka Mr. Bartender. Hebu jaza hiyo for Mike. Pills na hiyo label of the beer. Nikacheki manzi si usare. Hey man, hiyo intro lazima ndio tukapae. Ni aje? What's your name? Well, I'm Devi aka Apanta. Unasema aje situgie kwenye flow kwani mimi na wewe kweli tuko fresh.
Very nice. Nice. So you guys took this song to the radio?
Yes, actually we recorded and then it took like 2 to 3 weeks for the producer to master it.
Okay.
Then he called us and told us, come in on my DVD, on my CD, we ban, we release.
Okay.
You know, those days it was, you ban CD, you buy CDs, you ban, and then you take it to the presenter. No, it's not like today. You just release and you send the DJ on WhatsApp or on email, and and it was quite costly. You don't have money, so you have to changa hapa kidogo. Tunaenda tunanunua ma CD kibao manze. Alafu tunaenda Sony ati ukinunua ingine inakataa kucheza kwa nini. So what we did, we went that day, we bought CDs and then went to the studio in the morning. Tukaban hizo muziki. Unaitisha 3-piece. So that day we decided to release on our way home. We decided tupitie town. We release and then we see. So we decided we went to Capital FM for the first time. Yeah, went to Capital FM. So we were there, got into the reception, nobody knows us. So we just asked for Eve D'Souza.
Eve D'Souza.
Yeah. She had a show at that time?
Yeah, she had a show. It's not homework.
What time was the show?
From 7 to 10.
7 to 10, yeah. Okay. It was the biggest show then. Every youth.
Which year is this now? 204?
203.
Okay.
Yeah. So this show was the biggest show in town. Anybody in high school, anybody in college used to listen to that show. So you get airplay there. Kwisha. So we went to the reception, asked for Eve. She came. We talked to her, introduced ourselves for the first time. And then we gave her the CD. So she told us, yes, I've received. And I'll go and check it out.
We even gave her a t-shirt.
Oh, hey, this is cool.
Yeah, you are marketing.
Because back then, I used to hear
Scratch Records. We had a t-shirt.
We had t-shirts.
Because I used to hear back then that some guys used to complain that anaenda napatia CD Watchman and but you guys actually met.
We went there. We met her. She came.
We introduced ourselves.
So at that time we were marketing ourselves as Eklektiks and also selling scratch records.
Scratch Records, yes.
So we went with the scratch record t-shirt to come party. We gave her the CD and she told us, I'll listen. If it goes through, I'll play it. And from there we left.
So 3:30 there.
So we went home.
We went home.
So we didn't know. So went home. But that day, kafika mtaa. So we had a base where hapo mtaa hapo kwa kina Niko hapo pale nje.
Okay. 71.
Yeah. So as when we arrived, ndio tumeshuka stage kwa matatu. So tukakuja, me didn't go home. Just sat there and chilled. Hivi tu venye tuko. And then Petero decided, let me go to the house, nivae sweater. And he went. That was around 7. So yeah, he went. And when he went, he switched on the radio. Sasa tuko tu hapo mtaa tunapiga tu story kama kawaida. Before you know it, Petero ametoka kwa balcony. And you know, he's shouting. Catch one! So we were there at the shop and like, hey, boy, and you know, hey, the song is on air, man.
Manze bana.
Hey.
Me, I've never felt that excited.
It was nice. And you see,
it was a great feeling.
And you see, it was being played between, it was between 8 and 9. And then from 9 to 10, it is the top 9.
Top 9 at 9.
Yes. So between 8 to 9, that's when now the show is at its peak. Watu wanasikia.
Yes.
New stuff and stuff.
Yeah, new stuff.
I'm telling you, manze.
Once she played that song and then akamalizia akasema, yeah, those are the new groups you have here in 254. This is a fresh track, as you can hear, it's freshy, wako fresh nini. So if you feel this track is worth to be into the top 9 at 9, start voting now. They're called Eklektiks. The song is tuko fresh. Boss. Then baby, before even 9, she was reading some comments. I think from the text messages or something. How that track guys are receiving it. The support was overwhelming, man. As a first time, I was a first timer. It was overwhelming.
So like, you know, like now the next day in the morning, manze unatembea kwa mtaa na mavijana wote. Manze tuliwasikia. Tuliwasikia kwa radio. Manze una bounce manze.
What a feeling, man.
It was really nice.
I can imagine, but
damn.
So that's how it started. That's now we got into now radio airplay.
And how at home, what was the home situation? Because were your folks aware that you guys are actually pursuing music or?
Yeah, they were aware,
but not very supportive.
Yeah, they were just saying, jaribuni tu.
Mujaribu lakini ujue, lazima usome.
Because me back in high school, our family used to live in Eldoret, but during when the schools were closed, I used to find my way in Nairobi. So I used to bump to Dave Tao. He's like, hey, unafanya nini huku bana na mkofa kwa elimu?
You guys told me you were kids together.
Yeah.
Yes. What's that story? Okay.
Just normal kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah, because you're saying Eldoret and this.
There was a time we had to shift to Eldoret.
Okay.
But we came back later.
Oh, so you were kids together in Nairobi, then you moved to
Eldoret, then we came back.
Okay.
That time, I used to go to F2 for the show from 6.
The jam
session, yes. I used to do some rapping kidogo, some contesting with Akina.
But funny enough, that music of the early 2000s, a lot of artists were in the F2.
F2, yes.
Red Sun, we used to see Red Sun there. Ni pia alikuwa anapitia hapo, akiwa na kina Nonini pia, nani mwingine? Shankiradiks na these are the guy. What do you call this guy from Kalamash? I mean from uko fulani.
Roba, akina.
Uko fulani. They used to be akina Labala.
Oh, okay.
Labala. Yeah, you used to see them there. Now these are the guy. Flex. Flex. Huyu wa Cali Records.
Okay.
Tunamuona huko sana. Because he was doing a lot of dancehall, but us guys we were more hip-hop.
So now your song is on radio.
Yes.
What do you guys do? Do you go record a second song? And did you tell your producers that the song is playing or what?
Actually, I think I called Roba the next day. Told him, "Mulisiza radio jana." Mwambia hai wapi si.
But there, you see that day what happened? Everybody was on standby. Tumedrop ngoma, watu waeke radio. So I remember, I think Ngash alisikia akatuambia, tulikuwa tumekaa mahali nikasikia ngoma imeingia. They were also happy.
Yeah,
they were very happy because again, I think when they were planning to launch the studio, the Scratch Records, you see. So our song was the first song to be aired on radio, in that project, because it was a project. It was like a compilation, you know.
Yeah,
those days it was a compilation, no.
Feeling poor, you guys in the studio.
Yes,
I'm telling
bringing
you.
airplay, the first song, the first time airplay.
Actually, any artist can attest to you. Whenever they hear the song for the first time on radio, that feeling, you can't even explain.
Wow.
Can't explain.
Wow. So what was the second project when you recorded?
The second project, we recorded the same studio. Actually, this time around the producer said, now that mumejaza wanaume kwa track, why don't you guys soften up kidogo, muimbieni madem, something sentimental kidogo. So we just sat down, we composed the chorus. So the producer was like, hii chorus lazima iwe na dem. Na huo dem mko nao in mind. Kwa sababu hatujui, lakini tutauliza. So the track was there, producer made the track. I recorded a skeleton so that it can guide him to make that track. The chorus yani. Hiyo unanibamba, unanikunywa tena unanikunywa. Kitu kama hiyo. So it's like, ai wewe, hii ndio huwezi imba. Hii lazima imbe na dem. And then mtafute dem. So that time we didn't know any female artists who was singing even in our hood. I don't know. So this chick came up and she's called Pasha.
Yeah, we were introduced again to her.
We were introduced to Pasha by Kina Leni.
Lenny is Mr. Lenny.
Mr. Lenny, yeah.
And the brother Mlash.
Mlashuk.
Yes.
Mlash. Hey, Mlash.
So they told us that this lady pia anajaribu kuimba. So why don't we try? So we went back on time and we approached Pasha. And with the convincing of Akina Leni, Akina Mlash, she decided, why don't we? Because even her, she was interested in singing. She was also looking for a place to start.
Yes.
But you know, as ladies, unajua wanaogopa. So tukamwambia tuende introduce. So we went with her to the studio. Yeah. And she did, tukampatia demo, kasikia the guide, and then she went and she did it.
What was the track called?
Unanibamba.
Wacha tusikie Unanibamba.
Scratch Records, baby. Beshteni, ule mtoto sini msawa. Cheki hiyo face, hiyo smile. Si ameni attract with a different style. Si wezi sema Kenya nina feel. Nisipo kushow it's real, jani tani kill. Nikidhani nina like ecstasy. Pamoja nawe watch to explore in privacy. Say yes if it's all nice. Na wish kusoma kile nimekio sacrifice. Kuna kitu about you ni ushinda na fikiri. You knock me out yenyewe siyo siri na my dear. Siko na this critical idea. Wakati kama huu naweza kuja kuwa dear. I hope you're feeling me cause I'm feeling you. If you only knew.
Unanibamba, that track was fire.
Fire. It was fire. I remember that day Petero went to the studio to check because it wasn't the way we had recorded. We had recorded it in a different track.
Yes.
And it's like when we left, the producer Robert decided to throw away the track and start afresh. So Petero decides, let me go to the studio and just get to see
the progress
of the track again.
Change.
So Petero was like, koma imebadilika. So me that day I couldn't even sleep because I was like, I just want to go to the studio now. Ukisikia venye Roba amefanya, you know, hype. So the next day morning mbio the studio just to hear what has been done. So I was like, Roba hapo ulikalia. Excitement tena. Tukapanga tena release. we did the same procedure, because those days it was very simple. We used to plan releases. We decide, ingoma to release lini. So it has a budget. You know, we have to buy CDs, we have to buy. We have to, and then those days,
you have to buy credit also, because we need to call all these people.
Yeah, we need to call DJs, you know. So tunachanga, unajua, because hatuna
tunachanga maestro wanachanga na
50 tumebuy airtime, Petero piga.
Yeah, and I always tell young artists, man, if you're passionate about something, you have to just go in 100%.
100%, yes.
So
we used to do a plan. We sit down, we're saying we're releasing this song on Monday. Now, those days, each DJ wants their CD, even if they're in the same station. You take it to Capital FM, you Tisuza nataka yake, ukipeleka nini, the same station, Adrian anataka CD yake, you know, everybody wants their CD, and they want you to address it to them. And you know, sasa kwetu manze, tuko tuna CD 20 manze na tuko na station
kama 15 kupeleka.
Petero manze, CD zinaisha na tumesota sasa tufanye aje, you know. So yeah, you can distribute again. We used to take like a week to distribute to all radio stations. And then from there we decide now we want to distribute to DJs. Again, each DJ 3-piece yake kwa kila club. So it was quite
big up DJ KD, Homeboys,
it was quite some
DJ Clash, Kiss there.
So we released, and then this is the first time we got into charts. Talia, and when she was
Talia. Talia.
Nation,
she was at Nation.
Nation FM. Yes. Unanibamba. Ikaingia kwa charts.
So you met for Talia, you met her also?
Yeah, we also met her.
Yeah,
we met her, but we didn't meet her. Pale nini tuliwacha CD kwa reception.
Yes.
Ikamfikia. So she played it. Before you know it, ngoma ikaingia number 10.
Ili debut number 10.
Debut number 10.
Hey.
So debuted. It went up to around
number 3 hapo.
Yes.
So number 3, who was charting those days? Ni akina Eklektiks.
Akina Eklektiks ndio Eklektiks nao walikuwa the stars.
Hao ndio walikuwa wanatupeleka sana.
Those time
I think the number one was Eklektiks. I can't remember which song was it. Hare ama ilikuwa no, it was they hadn't released Hare, ilikuwa ile nyingine. Let me hear all my fellows freaky. So hiyo ndio ilikuwa number 1. So tulikuwa tunapelekana. Tunapatana nao chakula tinis, tunaangaliana.
And you see those days now, Isa is big, Eklektiks is big.
It's big. Amani is big. Nameless is big. Amani is
and
big.
And you see now we used to go for those shows, Splash, tunaona venye wanapiga Ogopa 1. The concerts.
Pia Necessary Noise was big.
Okay.
Yes. So they were now the cream de la cream of the industry. So unajua sasa tunawakimbiza. Tunangangana pia sisi tuone kama tutafika hapo.
Kwa hizo shows actually sisi tulikuwa curtain raisers. Sisi mimi na kina what is this other group called? Sio Bumba Clan. There used to be another group where Qtasi had a group. I don't know what they're called.
Okay, na the late nani Mulan.
Okay.
Na Mulan.
Okay.
I have forgotten the name. So we used to cut and raise for all those things. So funny enough, even during those gigs for Insider, you know, now we used to participate in all those school competitions. So guys used to know us. Even in the Insider magazine, we used to be published there. So hizi sura zetu walikuwa wanazijua. So whenever we used to show up to do the curtain raising, you receive all the love.
Because those siku ulikuwa unaanzia, if you want to make it in the industry, unaanzia na high schools.
High schools.
So Insider walikuwa wamechukua now the market. So they used to do concerts and events in schools across the country. And now that's where now, if you get to perform at an Insider show, that's it.
Did you get to do any of the 2 songs so far may release? Will you find any video for the 2 songs?
No.
Those days.
Maybe performance. When you're performing, we have clips when you're performing.
Wow, okay.
But videos.
Those days videos were not yet very popular.
You could just take a CD to the radio, and that was enough for you to penetrate the industry. Nice.
Even the big artists, nobody had videos back then.
So what was project number 3 now?
Project number 3.
Because I can see you guys are actually rising slowly.
Slowly.
Getting good love.
So after releasing those 2 tracks, we started getting shows here and there in schools, Insider.
At some point, Len used to
take us to
for his shows.
tours.
Lenny is Mr. Lenny.
Mr. Lenny
Yes,
used to take us to go for his tours. Go to Kerugoya.
Like a salon. So
Yeah.
exposure, we started getting a bit of
Kerugoya,
exposure.
Meru, and where else?
So you guys kept in touch.
We
Yes.
kept in touch.
Yes.
Yes. Because I think even Lenny, he could see the potential we have and the interest also on the
You
seriousness, the
said that
discipline.
you used to live in the same neighborhood. Were you neighbors?
Yes.
You were close.
With who? With the
Mr. Lenny.
Yeah, Mr. Lenny. I came to find out that we're in the same neighborhood after I met him in EWD.
Okay.
I never knew he used to be our neighbor.
Okay.
So that's when I think somebody told me ati Lenny anajua nakanga inako.
Okay.
You know that when Lenny had now alikuwa ameanza ameshika. So hata akitoka kuenda kwa duka,
Watu wanamjua.
watoto
Ndio kulia wadi katufikia.
Okay.
Mr. Lenny anakaa wapi? Anakaa nyumba fulani pale kwa kona ndio Jiosada. Nikasema wapi floor gani? Mimi siko sure. So one night nikaamua tu kwenda kwa door to door.
You went door to door.
Hapa niko kina Lenny, hapana ni si hapa. Enda huko juu kabisa, third floor. So nikaenda nikanock gate ya kwanza. There's another lady akafungua. Mwambie hapo ndio kwa Lenny, si hapa ni pale. Hiyo nyumba ya katikati. Because there's one house here, middle one and another one. So nikaenda nikanock. Kunok Lenny akafungua. Ambia niaje? Poa. Unakumbuka nilikutana na wewe EWD. Unaweza kukumbuka? Mlikuwa studio. Mimi sikuwa najua mna stay mtaa moja. Penye mnakaa mtaa. Hiyo ndio kaanza sasa.
Nice.
So I think from there ndio urafiki yetu na brotherhood yetu at least ilianzia hapo sasa.
Okay. So what was the third project after Unanibamba?
Now the third project, because now Unanibamba was a success. It was a hit success.
Because it was being played at Nation FM, Capital
Capital,
FM, na Kiss
FM,
Says Mutungi.
Those days bado Metro FM was there.
Metro FM,
Danolo, and you see now Danolo, it was all over Kenya.
Danolo, Says Mutungi, manze pick up.
So from there, now what happened? Now when they saw the song was doing well, wakaamua kuna kadem fulani tunataka kuintroduce pia aingie kwa industry. So let's do a remix to the Unanibamba. Unaona? So during that period we did a remix. It was recorded.
It was called Mercy or something. Mercy.
So we did a remix. But during that period, the projects now started taking a bit of time in Akawia. During that period, Macadam came to Scratch
Records. Mr.
Was there?